Welcome to our Relationship Warrior channel, where we help and educate you on how to stop attracting narcissistic partners, but also too so you can find true love. Now, today we're going to talk about the 3 biggest mistakes to avoid when attracting a soulmate. Now, if you haven't already subscribed, please press subscribe, as you'll be able to get alerts and new updates and freebies as we put them through on our channel.
Yeah, so the very first thing that you want to make sure that you avoid when attracting a life partner, soulmate, is don't come from a place of need. If you feel you need a relationship, it is coming from a place of lacking. And when you're coming from a place of lacking, that's where you can have low self-esteem, you can be very needy, of course, and to feel quite insecure as well. So you should feel complete in yourself, have your own self-love, so that you're not relying on each date and clinging all your hopes to every single date you go on. If they're the one, they're the right person that you're going to live the rest of your life with. It's very important, because when you go on dates, it should come from a place of fun, and if it leads somewhere, what a bonus. But the main thing is to enjoy the experience. Don't settle for too little around your dates, and to have that high vibration of, it's more a want. You want someone to complete your life, not that you need it to feel complete.
Yeah, it's 100% true, because that lacking puts out this energy and that vibe, and being a male, we pick up on when women have that needy personality, when they really are desperate for someone. And guys hate it. It's the biggest turn off is when a guy sees a girl that's very needy. It makes him feel like there's something wrong. It sends alarm bells. It's like these sirens going ding, 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 ding. Stay away from. And, having someone want you and desire you and want to be with you and really want to cuddle you and nurture you, that's different than being needy. Being needy is really like, I must have you, and you're going to ring me tomorrow, and you better ring me tomorrow else. And that's where guys get afraid, and we have the term like they're afraid of the bunny boilers. So if that's you, and look, that used to be me, right? I flipped that over to when I was a guy, when I was very insecure and had a lot of emotional issues when I was younger. I was very needy. Matter of fact, I only ever felt really secure when I was in the arms of someone. And when she wasn't with me, I was worried about, who are they with? Are they loyal? Are they going to break up with me? And it's the biggest turn-off in the world. And it really does come through in your persona. It also comes through in the way you act. And if you think that you can hide it, well, I've got a little surprise for you, because you cannot hide that needy energy. You cannot hide that needy behavior. And men are intuitive just like women. Us men pick up on that. And again, we all talk, when men talk about it, she's too needy. And again, it causes problems, because they think, well, I can't go out with my mates. They think of the what ifs. Okay, if I am with this girl, I can't play golf. She won't let me do this. She won't let me go out and have a drink with my friends. She's probably thinking I'm always cheating behind her back. Big turn off.
Yeah. So please don't tell me you had any bunnies boiling.
No bunnies boiling.
I never saw any bunnies boiling when we started dating. It's the same. We have so many ladies who come to us, and it's the biggest turn off for them when the guys are so needy. I've experienced myself too in the past, where they're needy. They want to know your every move. They want to spend every single waking minute with you. And again, that can be quite narcissistic at first as well. It is a massive turn off if it's just this big need all the time. But what's more exciting if it's a want, if they want to spend time and they're excited to see you. It's a lot different to needing to know every move, messaging you all the time. That's unhealthy. So, guys do it too. They can come from a place of need as well. So if you're a guy watching this, you want to make sure that you don't come from a place of need as well, and don't boil any bunnies too.
Because girls want confidence and guys want confidence. And we've already talked about in our past videos how confidence is sexy. Someone who's confident, who wants to spoil you and make love to you and caress you and spoil you with wine and chocolates. That's different than someone who's like, what are you doing right now? That's completely different.
I miss you, and it's just been 2 hours, and they're like, I miss you, when am I going to see you? Like, that sounds needy. Whereas, someone can miss you and be excited, but not, that low vibration.
And be careful if a guy is doing that and he's love bombing you. Remember, one of the biggest red flags of narcissism is love bombing. So even though he might not be a narcissist, it's definitely a red flag to look out for.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And also what we've heard a lot from the ladies who we work with is that, they say, why is it that, a guy will start messaging me and then I'll organise a day and time to catch up and then they get ghosted. So again, like, the guys can take that as someone being a bit needy, especially if they're not quite into the person or have on dating apps and have a few conversations happening at once as well. So, some guys do like the old-fashioned way. They like to be the first one to ask out, but doesn't mean you shouldn't as a female. Just make sure it's coming from that higher vibration. Okay, the next point.
Number 2 is to get really clear on what you want. A lot of ladies and men do not get very clear on what they want in a partner. Now, if you understand the way we put our attraction levels at, our intentions, if we're like, just bring me any man who is loyal, well, you could get a narcissist that's loyal. You could get a controlling man that's narcissist, a non-committed man that's, that has all those aspects. But at the end of the day, you want to be very clear on what you want. And if you're not clear, you're putting out mixed messages to the universe. You're going, well, I'll have this and I'll have that, but just bring me whatever. When you start getting laser focused and you start really saying, I want a man who treats me like this, that loves my children, that is maybe has his own children so he can understand what it's like to have children, that has his own place, doesn't need to be fixed. A man who's loyal, into commitment. Yeah, he's great at cooking.
And that you feel as strongly connected as he does with you, because, I remember many years ago, all I wanted was a man who loved me, and I attracted that, and I did not have feelings for the man at all. So then next time I made sure I was very clear on what I wanted to have, that strong connection, and that you felt the love as strong for each other as well.
But lucky you got someone like me who's a good cook.
Yes, we won't go on to cooking.
No, I'm not really a good cook.
No.
That's a bit of a sore topic there. But everything else I'm perfect in. Not cooking. So get that clear intention. It really is important, because if you don't have that clear intention, like I said, you are really limiting yourself to getting that quality person. Remember, we want to get qualified leads come through. It sounds very salesy, but qualified leads. The most qualified. It's just like a business, you just don't say, I want anybody who wants to buy my insurance policy. You want to say, okay, I'm targeting 18 to 35-year-old men who have sports cars, whatever it is. You just don't want, you might not want the old ladies, old men coming through. That you want that particular qualified lead.
And remember, if you're superficial, you may attract a guy who's superficial too. Yeah. So if it's all about the looks and the money, then, are you in alignment with that? Are you giving that person back exactly what you want? So remember what's going to keep your heart warm many, many years to come as well. All right, and we've got the last point now.
The last one, yes, is it's all about, you need to really ask. You need to get very clear. You need to command what you want. You need to say, universe, I want this. And you need to make sure that you are vibrationally in alignment with being with a partner and also being in a relationship and love, right? So do you want to explain what we mean by that?
Yes. So if you've still got past hurt and trauma from even back when you were a child, if your first love from a male, your father, you didn't receive that beautiful love, or, from a mother, if you're a guy, then you can have issues around allowing that beautiful unconditional love from a life partner. So it's very important to make sure that you've healed from your past relationships, or even from any trauma you've gone through as a child, because if not, you can find that you attract the same partners with this distorted version of a love. It's so, they might be abusive, they might, make themselves a priority and always put you last if you've got beliefs around that as well. So it's very important to do that deep healing work if you find that you keep on attracting the wrong people all the time.
Yeah, because if you're not healed, well, then you're the unhealed, and we keep on talking about this, attracting the unhealed man, right? You're not going to attract the perfect man if you are struggling with self-love and empowerment and you're in a place of trauma. The beautiful knight in shining armor is not going to ride up on his horse if you are really struggling with yourself and struggling with love, if you can't move on from your past traumas. So you have to understand that's why a lot of women attract narcissistic men, because they haven't dealt with their trauma. They are suffering in some way and they're attracting these men. So it's really important to be in alignment, and to do that you need to heal, you need to move forward, you need to be ready. So many ladies launch from one guy to another guy to another guy, and when you do that, ladies, what you're doing is you haven't healed from the past relationship, and you just usually attract the same type of men. So that's why it's really important to heal and to make sure that you do put yourself in the best position to attract the most amazing men.
Yeah, and same for men. If a man isn't healed from childhood, if a man's never been able to show his emotions growing up too, he may be very switched off and not a good communicator in a relationship and not express himself. So it's just as important for a man to make sure that he's healed from any childhood trauma or even past relationships too, so that he can, trust again, and also, invite those beautiful women or, lady into his life to, really appreciate him, love and adore him the way he's wanted to as well. So it doesn't matter if you're male or female, the rules are both sides. Everyone needs to have that beautiful healing to really not bring any dramas into a new relationship too, and to attract the right people.
Exactly. So remember, be in a good place, you'll attract a man in a good place, and that's the most important thing. All right, well, make sure if you've got any comments, please put them in there. Any questions about what we spoke about, please put them in. We love answering questions. We love to interact.
Thank you for listening, and make sure you subscribe, because we'll be going deep into other things we've mentioned today, beliefs and how they affect you, and so much more.